Hey guys, welcome back to another Friday Yoga Flow. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I have brought you to the beautiful San Jose Rose Garden, and I'm really excited to be able to do yoga in this space. It's a very beautiful day and the roses are in full bloom, so thank you for joining me here at the Rose Garden. Today's flow is going to be really great for your shoulders and hips. Excellent flow for the hips. So if this is something that you return to time and time again when you're needing a little bit of hip release, I highly recommend it. I also will pair some meditations and workouts with this yoga flow down in the description box below. So if you want to make it a full self-care session, you can add those videos. Need any equipment for this yoga flow other than a yoga mat, and that's it. So let's begin. We'll begin this yoga sequence in child's pose. Go ahead and come down to the knees and stretch your arms forward, relaxing your forehead down to the floor. Take a big inhale to expand the belly into the thighs. Feel the upper back, the mid back, and maybe even the lower back inflate. And then reach your hands back behind you, interlace the fingers as you extend the knuckles up towards your ceiling, getting a stretch in the shoulders, in the biceps, and we'll start to drop the knuckles down as we come up to the knees. Lower the knuckles towards your ankles as you lift your chin and your chest up high. Now we'll take the hips back to the heels, knuckles back up to the ceiling as the forehead rests down. And then release the hands. One more time, coming up into that back bend. Stretch your knuckles towards your heels as you lift the chin away from the collarbones. This time, as you release back to the heels, you're going to extend the arms forward again into that child's pose. Press up to a tabletop position and walk the hands back for cat-cow. Using your breath to guide the movement, every time you inhale, arch the back, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And every time you exhale, push down into the shins, the hands, and round the back. Cow pose, cat pose. Big inhale, arch the back for cow. Exhale to round the spine, cat pose. Continue at the pace of your own breath. Every inhale, rounding. Every exhale, finding that cat pose. Now we'll find a different variation of our cat-cow, moving in a circle. You can walk the hands forward a little bit and start to circle the hips back to the heels in one direction, and then bring your weight up over your palms in the opposite direction. Continue to move the hips in those fluid circles. And now we'll take the rotation in the opposite direction. Palms stay grounded, shins continue to press in towards the floor. And then the next time you come back towards that tabletop position, we'll tuck the toes under. Peel the hips up and back to a downward facing dog and let the forehead drop down towards the mat. Begin to pedal out your feet by bending one knee, then bending the other knee, slowly marching in place to warm up the backs of the legs. And now we'll take a slow stroll to the top of the mat for a forward fold. When you get to your forward fold, grab opposite elbows, hang the torso heavy, and maybe start to sway left and right as you let the head relax, as you let the neck soften. Good. Now placing your left hand on the ground, reach the right arm high and look up to your right thumb. Set the right hand down and switch, lifting the left hand up to the sky. Big stretch of the wingspan. And then release that left hand down. Bend the knees and round the back. Start to roll up through your spine. Vertebrae, vertebrae, vertebrae. Shoulder rolls going backwards. We'll take the shoulders up to the jaw and then glide the shoulder blades together and down the back a couple of times. Now reverse those shoulder rolls, going up towards the ears with the shoulders and then forward and down. Make the rotation as big as you can, and we'll go one more in the opposite direction, rolling shoulders down and back, bringing shoulder blades together and palms together at heart center. Take this moment to set an intention for your practice, maybe a way that you want to feel or a goal that you want to accomplish. Beginning to move on an inhale, reach the arms up and exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, And exhale, forward fold, half sun salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up to the fingers, and as you exhale, place the fingers at heart center. Another inhale to sweep the arms up and look up. And an exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long neck. And then exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up and look up. Thumbs to heart center as you breathe out. One more half sun, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift with the inhale. Forward bend with your exhale. Rise to stand, reach up, look up, big breath. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale. Adding on, we'll inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in, and this time right foot steps back as you breathe out. We're gonna lift the arms for a low lunge. And as you exhale, move to downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high, shift forward to high plank on an inhale. Knees, chest, and chin as you exhale. Now slide the pelvis down to the floor and lift the chest as you breathe in. And move back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Leading with the right leg, lift it as you breathe in and step it through as you breathe out. Lift the arms, inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Rise to stand as you breathe in, lift the arms up and look at the hands, and then exhale, thumbs to heart center for the other side. Big breath in, look up. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale, and we'll step the left foot back as you exhale, low lunge. Big breath in as you rise. Downward facing dog as you empty. Left leg rises, inhale. Move to chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg, we'll step it through and lower the back knee for a low lunge. Breathe in. Move to forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up and look up. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale. Another round, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale, right foot back as you exhale. We're gonna lift the arms and the chest, breathe in deep. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Now we move into that high plank. Inhale as you come forward and exhale to lower down, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg. As you exhale, step it forward and lower the left knee down. Big inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. On your inhale, you'll reach up and you'll look at the hands, stretching the full body as you exhale, thumbs to heart center, closing that round. Inhale, rise. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Left leg back as you exhale. Bringing the knee down, lift the arms, lift the chest, big stretch back in your lunge. And then we'll lower the hands for down dog, exhale. High plank as you inhale. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Down dog as you breathe out. Inhale, lift the left leg, and as you exhale, step it through for your low lunge, bringing the back knee down, lift the arms. Exhale to forward fold at the top of your mat. Breathe out entirely so that this inhale is buoyant. Reach the arms up, look up. Thumbs to heart center, stand tall as you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time, chair pose as you exhale. Bend the knees, lift the chest. Another inhale, and you'll forward fold with the exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale, and we'll hop back or step back for chaturanga as you breathe out. Take a back bend as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. We'll lift that right leg up. Now this time you're going to take the right knee forward, step the foot between the palms for a high lunge, arms reach up and the back knee is lifted. Try to keep your right knee stacked over the right ankle. Take another inhale. And then we'll place the palms down and step to high plank as you exhale. Maybe you hover that right leg as you take your chaturanga, both feet down for the up dog. Downward facing dog as you exhale, left leg rises. Inhale, Step forward as you exhale for your crescent lunge. Reach the arms up high. Extend all the way from the hip bones through the fingers. Like you have this long line of energy extending further past the fingertips. Inhale. Move to chaturanga as you exhale. Maybe left foot hovers. Inhale to a back bend with both feet on the floor. And downward facing dog as you exhale, hips up high. Now we hold here for a couple of rounds of breath to rest, but if you feel like you are ready for a challenge, instead you're gonna bring the forearms down for dolphin pose. You can also rest in your child's pose here or your downward facing dog, but if you are taking that challenge in dolphin pose, feet come together and they walk in just a little closer towards your elbows. Deep pike in the hips in your dolphin. Keep breathing steady through the nose. And then you might lower the knees to transition back to down dog. We'll bend the knees, look forward, and exhale to pounce to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, back to chair. Inhale as you bend the knees and reach the arms up. Thumbs to heart center as you stand tall. Back to chair as you inhale. This time right away, fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step or hop to plank and bend the elbows, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale, and downward facing dog as you exhale. Right leg rises, inhale. Step it forward for a touch of the knee to elbow as you exhale. This time to the opposite elbow. And this time knee to chest to hold it. Step the foot between the palms and rise up to warrior one. That left heel is on the floor this time. Deep bend in the right knee. We'll interlace the hands behind the back. Start to draw the knuckles towards your left heel as you look up, stretching the chest. And as you exhale, bow forward, inside of that right thigh. Knuckles lift towards the ceiling. Push the left heel down. As you inhale, release the grip of the hands and reach the arms back up to warrior one. As you exhale, move to chaturanga, your version. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And on your inhale, lift the left leg. We're gonna bend the knee and tap the left elbow. Inhale to send it back. And as you exhale, tap the right elbow. Inhale, send it back. We're stepping through this time for warrior one. Place the right heel down firmly. Lift the arms up buoyantly. Bend deep into that left knee as you interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Draw the knuckles towards the heel, look up, and then bow forward inside of that left knee. Knuckles lift away from the back. If you can lift them up towards the ceiling, you'll reach them up high. And then dropping the hands down, lift the arms as you breathe in, warrior one. Chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. This is our rest. So again, you might take a child's pose, you might stay in down dog, or you might take a dolphin pose. If you didn't try it out last time and you feel like taking it this time, you can hold it. But if you're moving a step further, you can lift the right leg. It doesn't have to be a high lift of the leg, but the intention here is to keep the hips square. Go ahead and lower and trade sides. Nice and easy in your transitions. That left leg comes up. And then slowly lower the left leg down. We'll move back up to downward facing dog from whichever pose you might have transitioned into. And then from downward facing dog, bend the knees, look at the thumbs, step or hop to the thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose as you inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, and stand as you exhale. Good, big inhale, reach the arms up. Forward fold as you exhale, this time half lift as you inhale, and step or hop to chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward and step or hop, traditional sun salutation. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach up and look up. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Step or hop to plank as you exhale and chaturanga. Inhale for a back bend. Exhale for your down dog. Bend the knees, Look at the thumbs and step or hop, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up and look up. As you exhale, thumbs to heart center. Big inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale to halfway lift, warming up the body. Step or hop back, bend the elbows, take chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend, and exhale to your down dog. Good, holding your down dog for a moment. Breathe deep through the nose. Now we're gonna reach the right leg up, bend the knee, and tap the right elbow. Back to our slow mountain climbers. Stretch the leg up, and then bend to tap the left elbow. Inhale, extend, and as you exhale, step the foot between the palms. Left heel down for warrior two. You're gonna cartwheel the arms open to a T, looking over the right fingers. Holding for a few breaths in your warrior two, bend deep into the right knee so that your right shin is perpendicular to the floor. Keep a steady focus over the right hand. Reverse your warrior as you slide the left hand down the back leg and you reach that right arm up and overhead. Big stretch of your right rib cage. Keep the deep bend of the right knee. Inhale. Move to side angle as you exhale. Right elbow on the right thigh. Left bicep up by the ear like you have this long diagonal line from left fingers to left heel. Pull longer through the spine, longer through the ribs. Now as you inhale, we're gonna go back to reversed warrior. And we're gonna move to a lizard pose as you exhale. Cartwheel the hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out a little bit to the right. And you can even turn the toes out to the right a little bit, widening that stance. Left knee can stay lifted, but if you wanna get the deeper stretch, you can take it down to the floor. Palms can stay on the mat. If they do, line them up with the right heel. And if you decide to go deeper onto the elbows, your elbows will line up with the right heel. So choose according to your own flexibility level today. Keep a pushing down through your left shin. So it's almost like you're trying to ground the top of the ankle, the left shin. Even if they don't touch the mat, you still have some pressure down in that direction. Now we're gonna rise back up to the palms if you came down, bend the left knee deeper. We're gonna reach back with the right hand, opposite hand, to grab the pinky toe edge side, or if you wanna go deeper, the inner arch of that opposite foot. Spin the right shoulder back, broaden across your collarbones, perhaps looking over the right shoulder as you inhale. We'll bring both hands back down as you exhale, lift the back knee, and move into a three-legged dog. That right leg is gonna lift up and back. You can keep the foot lifted as you like if you shift forward into high plank, and we'll bend the knees to lower chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog as you exhale for the opposite side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the knee and tap left elbow. Inhale it, extend it. Exhale, tap right elbow. Inhale to extend. And exhale, knee to chest to step it through, warrior two. As you cartwheel the arms open, both feet are pushing firmly into the ground. That left knee is stacking deep over the left ankle. So think of eventually getting that left femur bone parallel to the ground. Keep a steady focus over the left hand as you inhale to reach it up overhead, reversing your warrior. Good, if you can keep the gaze up at that left hand, turn the neck in that direction. Big breath in, stretch the left rib cage. And then as you exhale, bring the left elbow down to the left leg. Bring the right bicep up by the ear for your side angle. Keep pushing down through the right heel so you feel that stretch through the leg, the ribs, and the arm. Good. And then the next time you inhale, we'll go back to the reversed warrior. And then we'll move into the lizard pose on this left side. Hands coming down inside of the left foot. You'll move the foot to the left. Untuck the right toes if you're bringing the knee down. If you want to keep it lifted for a little bit more strengthening in the posture, you can do that. If you want the flexibility of the pose, bring the right knee down. Now, if you're moving the elbows to the floor, they're going to line up with the left heel, but you can also keep the palms on the ground here and line them up with the left heel. Keep the neck in a long line so that it extends from the rest of the spine. Looking down between the wrists. If you did come down to the elbows, rise back up to the palms. We'll bend the right knee deeper and reach back. You might grab the inside of the foot, or if you're going a little bit deeper, grab that outer arch. Good. Bend the left elbow if you want to go even deeper. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale. And then release on an exhale, both hands down to the floor to tuck the right toes under. We're going to lift the right knee off the ground and send that left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Now you might keep it extended as you shift forward. Bend the elbows for chaturanga, and both feet will come down for your up dog. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Nice. And now we'll take a rest here. You can bring the knees down to the ground for child's pose. If you want to stay in down dog, you're welcome to stay there as well. And as you guessed it, you might also take a dolphin pose. If you're staying in child's pose, this is a great chance to also stretch out the wrist. So if you want that rest and you would prefer to have more of an active rest, you can stretch out the wrist, just moving the hands around to different placements as you take a tabletop position. And if you want to do some handstand play later, it might be nice to stretch out your wrist. So even if you're feeling up to the challenge, know that you'll get more challenge later in this flow. We'll come back to a downward facing dog, bend the knees and look forward, and then hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, rising to stand. Look at the thumbs, and then as you exhale, thumbs to heart center to reach back up. Inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale, and then you can step or jump the feet back, chaturanga down. On the inhale, you'll take your back bend, stretch the front of the body, and then as you exhale, pike the hips deep for downward facing dog. Right leg will rise. Bring that right knee forward and tap the right elbow. Inhale to extend it back and up, and then exhale, left elbow for the twist. Inhale, extend it, reach long through the side, and then step the foot forward between the palms. This time we're going to rise back up to our crescent lunge where we've been before. Very firm engagement of the left quad muscle, straightening the leg behind you. Good. Find a steady focus with the eyes. Keep attention on your breathing. Bring the hands together at heart center, and we're going to take a twist, hooking the left elbow outside of the right thigh. Try to spin the chest towards the thumb knuckles here as you gently press the left elbow or tricep against the outside of the knee, so you create a little bit more leverage to lengthen and rotate the spine. The belly button draws in towards the spine, and you'll come back up to crescent lunge. This time transitioning into a warrior three, you can take the hands together at heart center. If you want the challenge, reach the arms forward in front of you for a longer lever. The best you can, try straightening both legs and squaring both hips to the ground. And then we'll all bring the hands to the ground for a standing split, allowing that left leg to rise higher and the nose to dip towards the shin. Really engage both legs here. So think of squeezing quad muscle to the femur bone. You can stay there if you want to take some playtime. You're going to plant the palms flat on the mat, put a little bend in your right knee, and take a hop by kicking the left heel up. You might catch a little hang time, or you might come right back down, but keep it playful. So as you hop up, no matter what happens, continue to breathe. You might fall out of it, in which case you can cartwheel to a side. I'll have a video coming on that soon, how to dismount gracefully or safely. We're going to come back up to stand so we can prep for the other side. So as you're ready, take Tadasana pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhale and step or hop to chaturanga with your exhale. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Left leg will rise as you breathe in. Bend the knee, tap the left elbow. Inhale, extend it. And on your exhale, right elbow, navel to back. Inhale, send it back. And then exhale, knee to chest to step it through. Big reach of the arms up. The pushing down of your feet helps you lift with some grace and ease. So make sure your feet are very firmly connected, pushing down against the ground with the balls of the feet and that front heel. You're growing taller from hip bones to fingers. Bring the hands down to heart center, but keep the length through the spine as you start your twist to the opposite side. Right elbow is going to hook outside of the left thigh. You'll press the tricep against the knee so that you can lengthen and rotate the spine to the right, to the left. Long in the neck. Good. Always think of the neck as a long extension of the spine. We're going to reach back up to crescent lunge. Take that giant step forward into your warrior three, and then lengthen both legs as much as you can. If your hands are staying together at heart center, you can still press the thumb knuckles gently into the chest. A little bit of leverage to lengthen and lift the chest up. Now we'll place the hands on the ground for the half split, dipping the nose towards the shin and lifting that right heel up a little bit higher. Keep engaging the right quad muscle. So that engagement of the right thigh is going to help you lift the right leg higher. If you want to play with those handstand hops, you might step back a little bit, plant the palms flat, and start to kick up with that flying leg. Maybe the base leg comes up to meet it. Maybe you catch some hang time where the hips hover over the shoulders and the heels hover over the hips. Maybe you cartwheel out to a side, but whatever's going on, keep breathing and have fun with it. Good. We'll walk to the top of the mat, take a halfway lift, forward fold as you exhale. We're going to meet in a Tadasana pose, so stretch the body and then take your thumbs to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale and step or jump to Chaturanga as you exhale. Cobra up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. This time we're going to lift the right leg, bend the knee, bring it forward and tap right elbow. Inhale to extend it and exhale, tap the left elbow. Inhale, reach it back. And as you exhale, step the foot between the palms, coming back up to crescent lunge. Very familiar with this pose now, so we won't stay too long. Take the thumbs down to heart center to launch into your warrior three. Flex the back foot, push through the sole of the foot. Long line from crown of the head to heel. We're going to bring that left knee into the chest for a single-legged Tadasana pose. Bring it up, thigh towards the abdomen, and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh for a figure four. You can either stay standing or start to sink the hips down like a chair pose, but with that left ankle lying on the right thigh. A little bit of pressure down with the ankle, a little bit of pressure down into the air from the back of the left knee. And you can stay in that position, option A. Option B is going to be to plant the palms on the ground and straighten the right leg. Keep pushing back through the outer edge of your left knee no matter what. And then if you did forward fold, come back to the figure four chair and eventually we'll rise up, left thigh to abdomen, single-legged Tadasana. Step it back into your crescent lunge as you inhale and move to Chaturanga with your exhale. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog, and then exhale back to Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee taps left elbow. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, knee to chest to step it through. Big breath in takes you up, crescent lunge. Deep bend to the left knee. Then thumbs connect at heart center to launch into warrior three. Flex the right toes. Push back through the right heel. So crown of the head pushes forward, right heel pushes back. Left ball of the foot and heel push down as you make your way to your single-legged Tadasana. Right leg in towards the chest. And then cross that right ankle over the left thigh as you potentially sit down into your figure four chair. Chest stays lifted unless you're folding forward. slow descent of the hands if you're gonna fold. Start to release the nose towards the knee. If the weight has shifted to the left heel, make sure there's still some in the ball of the foot too. We'll rebend the left knee if you bent it, or if you straightened it. Bring it back up. Figure 4 chair. Single-legged Tadasana pose to step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Start to pedal out the feet. Massaging out the sole of the foot. We'll inhale to lift the right leg, this time bending the knee. Stack the hips open and start to make big circles with the kneecap in one direction. Kind of like you're stirring the head of the femur bone in its joint socket. Reverse the circles. And now prepping for a pigeon pose, we're going to bring that right knee towards the right wrist. You might scoot the right foot forward towards the left wrist. And then walk the left toes back with the knee down. We're going to stay lifted to begin. So walk the hands towards your own hips. Lift the chest up high and breathe in through the nose. You can stay lifted. That's a really nice way to stretch from pubic bone to chin, or you can walk the hands forward and lie the chest over that right shin. Forehead can come to the floor. Forehead can rest on the back of the hands if you want to stack the palms or make fists and stack the head on the fists. Relax the jaw. And then imagine as you rest here, there's a balloon in the low back region and you're inhaling to slowly expand that balloon. Even if it's only mental imagery, sit with that for a few moments, inhaling, expanding the low back, expanding the pelvis, expanding the abdomen, the ribs, the upper back, and exhaling out any stress, any tension. Beautiful. We'll start to walk the hands back towards the legs. And then we'll swing the left leg all the way around and stack the left foot outside of the right thigh. Place the left hand behind you and inhale, right arm up. As you exhale, twist towards the left and hook that right elbow outside of the left thigh. The next time you inhale, sit a little bit taller. And the next time you exhale, twist a little bit deeper, maybe looking over the left shoulder. We'll counter twist, so as you inhale, reach the arms to center and then bow towards the right side. Drop the forehead down. Good. And then swing the legs around to the left to come into your downward facing dog once again for the other side. You'll lift that left leg as you're ready, bend the knee, stack the hips open, and start to move that knee in big, slow circles. Again, like you're stirring within the hip socket. Reverse the circles. And then bring that left knee forward for your pigeon pose. Set the left knee behind the left wrist. You might grab the right foot and draw it forward just a little bit if you want to try bringing that front shin more parallel to the front edge of the mat. On your inhale, you'll lift the chest up high. You might stay lifted, or as you exhale, bow forward. There's no right or wrong with this one. It's simply how you feel today. They'll give you different effects of either opening the front side of the body, working on a back bend, or finding more relaxation in your pigeon and opening up the low back. Come back to that imagery of expanding a balloon at the low back. Each time you inhale, a very slow inflation of the low back, the hips, the low belly, the ribs, the collar, the sinuses. each time you exhale and emptying, letting go of any tension, any worries. If you bowed forward, start to walk the hands back towards your hips. We're going to swing the right leg around and stack that right foot outside of the left thigh. Good. Take the right hand back behind you. Lift the left hand high with an inhale, and we'll hook. Left elbow outside of the right thigh as you spin the chest towards the right. The next time you inhale, lengthen up from tailbone through the mid-back, upper back, all the way to the top of the skull. And as you exhale, rotate a little bit deeper. Now we'll inhale back to center for that counter twist, bowing to the left side. And then as you move back to center, we will uncross the legs, this time bringing the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, or cobbler's pose. You can bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees open, grab a hold of the ankles, and with an inhale, sit tall. With an exhale, bow forward any amount. If you're pretty flexible in the hips and the low back, you might set the forearms and the elbows down on the floor and take the forehead to drop into the cup of the feet. Let go of any anxiety here, allowing any tension from the brow, the forehead, the head to spill out into the ground. And then on an inhale, we'll lift back up, take the hands to the outsides of the knees to close the knees together like a book. Take the legs back behind you to sit on the shins, and then we'll take the hands back behind you to lift up, supported, kind of like a camel pose. Lift the chest, lift the hips, inhale, stretch the belly and the wrists, and then exhale, release the hips to the heels. Place the palms on the thighs, and sit nice and tall here. Ending your practice with a big breath through the nose, inhale. Empty on the exhale, thumbs to forehead. Thank you so much for showing up to this practice. It was my honor to guide you. Namaste. Awesome job, you guys. Thank you again for doing this yoga flow with me. This is an excellent flow that you can do anytime you need some hip care and shoulder care. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really would like to know how it went for you, so if you want to leave a comment in the box below and let me know and let each other know how this went for you, that would be awesome. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I make Monday meditations that I release every week, workouts on Wednesdays, and Friday. So make sure that you get in on that good action and hit the notification bell as well, so that you'll be notified when those videos are released. Other than that, I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.